Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up chapter 2 by talking about nonlinear inequalities. Alright, so the key on these problems, there are going to be 3 steps for all of these, and they're just going to go right in this order. Number 1, we're going to find all the real zeros, rational, irrational, everything we can find, and we're going to put them in order from small to large. Alright, so this is the key to the whole problem, is finding the zeros. Once we have the key numbers, we're going to determine the intervals that we're going to test on, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then number 3, we're just going to pick one number from every interval and use that to test whether our polynomial is true or not. And so here's example 1, and let's give this a shot. We have x squared minus x minus 6. So step 1, we're going to find the zeros. We'll do this by factoring first. So what multiplies to 6? 3 and 2. And we want the 3 to be the negative. So we know now that our zeros are 3 and negative 2. Visually, you can make yourself a little number line and put the important numbers on there, negative 2 and 3. So this is actually the first 2 steps we've already knocked out. We found the zeros and we've ordered them from least to greatest, and visually we're putting them on a number line. Don't have to, we can use a table, something else. I like to use the number line. It's going to give a nice visual representation of what we're going to do next. Alright, so we're going to pick a number from every interval, and by interval we say, here's 1, from negative infinity to negative 2. We're going to do the interval negative 2 to 3, and we're going to do the interval from 3 going on to infinity. We just need to pick one number from every single section. So to the left of negative 2, let's go with, how about negative 5? In between 2 and 3, let's pick the easiest number we can find. I'm going to pick 0. And to the right of 3, let's use another easy number. I'm going to go with 5. 10's easy. 4 wouldn't be a bad answer. Just trying to, you wouldn't want to pick 3.913. Nice, easy numbers to test. Alright, we're going to go back to our factored form, x minus 3, x plus 2, and we're going to plug in some numbers. Instead of x, let's plug in negative 5. Negative 5 minus 3. In this case, we don't really even care what the actual number is. Because we're checking inequalities, we really only care about the sign. So negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. But more than anything, we care that it's a negative. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. But more than anything, we care that it's a negative because a negative times a negative is a positive. And we want our answer to be less than 0. Positives are not less than 0. So this is no good. This whole section we've just tested, everything to the left of negative 2 is not going to work. Okay, and we can prove that just by testing one number in the whole range. Let's go ahead and test 0 for our middle range. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. We care about the negative. 0 plus 2 is positive. Negative times a positive is a negative. A negative is less than 0, so we like this region. And for our last region, 5 minus 3 is positive. Not even going to put the number. I'm just going to put whether it's positive or negative. And 5 plus 2 is also positive. Positive times a positive is a positive. And that is not less than 0 either. So we don't like that region. And so we're going to say that the answer to this problem is every number in between negative 2 and 3. All right? Now, we're not going to include negative 2 and 3 because we do not have the equal sign in here. So our answer would be parentheses, that's the open circle, not touching, negative 2 all the way to 3 with another parentheses there because we're not including 3. If we were including 3, if this was a problem that started with an less than or equal, then we'd use the brackets. Let's go ahead and see if you can try this on your own. See if you can do problem 21. Alright, 21. If you think you're ready for an answer, here we go. X plus 3, x minus 1 is less than 0. Let's find ourselves our regions. We're going to go negative 3 to 1. I'm going to pick 0, I'm going to pick negative 5, and I'm going to pick 2 as my test numbers. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative. Negative 5 minus 1 is negative. Multiply and we get a positive. That's no good. We want less than 0. Let's try 0. 0 plus 3, 0 minus 1. We've got a positive times a negative, which is negative. We like that. And let's try 2. 2 plus 3 and 2 minus 1. Positive, positive. That's a positive, which is not what we're looking for. So our answer would be from negative 3 to 1. All numbers in between negative 3 and 1.